Speak to Badr Al-Madi, a professor of political sociology at the German Jordanian University. He joins us from Amman. Professor, thank you so much for your time. So Antony Blinken is there, presumably, to try to convince the Israelis to consider at least a ceasefire, but apparently also to talk about a post-war plan for Gaza, which it's clear the Israelis don't have, do they?
No, I don't think so that the Israelis do have any kind of plan for the next day of ending the war, the crimes against Gaza. I think the Israelis are not clear yet what they're going to accept or what they're going to plan to do in Gaza. There is no real actors in the region can talk actually with the Israeli about the next steps. Even the Americans, they are not really confident that the Israeli will do something actually for the Gazan people or to stop this war, since they are getting with another war. So the people in Gaza, actually, they are suffering, and they are also know nothing about their future. So we are in really a big problems in the region, especially in the Gaza and Palestinian territory.
And presumably after that leak of American intelligence, which showed that the Americans have been spying on their ally Israel to see what Tel Aviv is thinking about in terms of its response to the Iranian attack on October the 1st. Iran's foreign minister has said a few hours ago that Middle Eastern countries have reassured him that they won't allow their airspace to be used by the Israelis for that strike that we believe is coming. So what do we expect from Israel? Have you had any sort of analysis of what's coming?
What we are believing here in the region, that Israel, it will go ahead in its attack on Iran. But there is a lot of negotiations with the Israeli to reduce actually the targets that they are planning to hit in Iran, where the Americans and many countries here in the region also were talking with the Israeli to avoid the nuclear planets, the nuclear sites, and the oil also fields. But absolutely, it seems that Israel, it will go ahead with that, and they will attack Iran. And they will not allow Iran to score any points, actually, since Iran, they telling their followers and their people here in the region that we did attack Israel, and Israel is not be able to retaliate again against Iran. But absolutely, it will go hand by hand. What the Israelis are doing in Lebanon, in southern of Lebanon, also they are attacking Iran through attacking Hezbollah, and they will also attack Iran inside Iran itself.
Have you ever known an Israeli administration or an Israeli prime minister to ignore the Americans the way Benjamin Netanyahu is? And maybe one of the better examples right now in the recent days is that the Americans having told the Israelis, if you don't allow more humanitarian assistance into northern Gaza, we're going to withhold some military assistance. And the UN is saying the Israelis are doing exactly that, not allowing anything into the north.
No, the Israelis, they don't care. Netanyahu don't care about this administration. He knows that this administration can do nothing. They are what they call it back in the state. They are lame duck. They can't do anything. He knows that the lobby, the Zionist lobby back in the United States of America, in Washington, is stronger than the administration itself. So this is maybe the first time we see like this prime minister who actually challenged the Americans in their interests here in the region. And he knows that the regimes in the Middle East, especially in the Arab world, are so weak where they can't actually really force any also challenge to the Israeli government. So Netanyahu, he feels with his radical government, right-wing government, that they are mastering and they are looking actually to the region with superiority. This is for the first time we see like this behavior from a prime minister in Israel.
Are the Israeli war aims themselves misplaced? Can Hamas and Hezbollah be defeated?
To be honest, you can defeat the idea, especially with Hamas. You can defeat actually the feeling of the Palestinian people that they have always to resist this occupation. But for Hezbollah, it's another case. It's a different case. Hezbollah, it's playing politics here in the region, is playing in behalf of Iran. And Hezbollah, it could be actually have some negotiations or have some balance or some, let's say, bargaining with the Israeli through many actors around the world. But absolutely, Hezbollah is receiving a lot of hits from Israel these days, and they are targeting not just the military structure of Hezbollah, they are targeting the environment of Hezbollah, they are targeting the financial actually structure of Hezbollah, where I see that Hezbollah does not have a lot to do in the upcoming days and weeks, where we will see different Lebanon and different Hezbollah in the upcoming months and years.
Professor Badr Al-Madi, thank you, Professor.
Thank you.